Hey, welcome back to the Mods YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about moon craters. Welcome back to the Museum of Discovery and Science and our YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about moon craters. Here I've got Draven, one of our STEM educators. Draven does this program as part of our labs and demos program that go out to schools, or schools can come here and do it with us. And Draven, I'm looking at this and it looks like everything here can be done at home. Can you tell me what kind of supplies you have here?
Yeah, these are simple supplies. What we have here is a foil pan, baking sheet. You can use some flour and you can use some hot chocolate, cocoa.
So when I'm putting this together, should I put the flour on top or on the bottom? I'm kind of looking at this. I feel like the cocoa's on top with the flour underneath it, and that is going to be super important. So when we start dropping things into this, it's going to create a nice pattern that will let us see the difference in weight versus speed that's going to create a crater. Now, a place that probably has a lot of craters, I'm going to go with is the moon, right? Can we agree
Definitely,
on that?
yeah.
And the moon has lots of craters on it that are created by meteors crashing into it every single day. And some of them are bigger than others, and they actually have names, right?
Yeah, some of them have names.
What's one of their names?
So one of the names is the South Pole Atkins Basin. It's the largest and the oldest moon crater.
That's awesome. And so something pretty big must have hit it to be the oldest and the biggest, right? Many years ago.
Yeah.
So one cool thing about meteors is you can also have micrometeorites, and they hit the Earth every day, they hit the moon, they hit every planet. And one fun way to find out if you have micrometeorites around your house is, you don't have to take my word for it. Fun thing to do is take a magnet, find like a really strong magnet, maybe something off the refrigerator, and if you go outside, preferably where water runs off your roof or where the gutter is, and you put the magnet down there, it'll start to actually pick up some of the rocks. And actually those rocks are micrometeorites, and they're full of iron ore, and they've come from across the universe and they've landed there. A lot of people just assume rocks are rocks, but some of them are from across the universe, places you probably have never seen or heard of, and they're right there in your yard. A lot of people don't know that. So a very fun experiment to do for kids to go outside and do, just to get outside from playing their video games and whatnot. So the idea here is, right, we're going to drop different sized spherical objects, but not every meteorite, not every comet, not every asteroid is a perfect sphere.
No.
Some of them are hundreds of miles wide, and some of them, like I said, the micrometeorites, we're talking millimeters that you may find around your house. So I see that you have different sizes here. What kind of objects do we have here?
Yeah, so we have a little marble here. We have a little bouncy ball, a little ping pong ball.
Okay. And
those are some things we have there.
What's that one in the middle there? Is that just like looks pretty,
Pretty heavy.
Oh, it's pretty heavy.
Pretty
okay.
heavy.
So I guess the idea here is for us, and we can all hypothesize together, is which one is going to create the biggest crater inside of here. I was looking for the right word there. So let's start with the smallest one, okay? And we can drop right here in this corner over here. And we're just going to drop it, and we're going to try to stay same height on everything. So if we drop it, so you can see we've created the crater. Here, we got a small burst pattern, and it's pretty deep. So, of course, based on the height, you're going to get that speed. It's going to hit this surface, and you got to imagine that this surface is pretty much like the moon's, very powdery, and it is going to create that crater, which we can also see here on Earth just by looking at the moon with our naked eye. So what if we got bigger ones? So let's go to the bigger marble here. We're going to do the same thing, probably in that corner as well. So if we go 3, 2, and 1, we drop this in here. So now we're getting bigger holes or bigger craters that are being formed here. Now, of course, for something like the extinction of the dinosaurs, or the thought that the moon used to be part of the Earth and an asteroid hit the Earth and the moon wandered off and stayed in our gravitational pull, that is all here. But something like this size isn't going to create that. So let's get a little bit bigger. Let's just go to the ping pong ball. We're going to skip that middle one. So if we do the ping pong ball, and we drop that in there. So here we go, 3, 2, and 1. So you're going to notice something right off the bat here, right? These two sank all the way in, whereas this one stayed on top. But if I remove it, without shaking everywhere, you're going to see that we still have a crater. It is just not as deep, and it didn't create as big of a burst pattern. But if we went to something heavier, let's say this ball right here. So I'm going to let you do that one. Go ahead, and we can just put that one like right there. So here we go, 3, 2, and 1. you can see that we have created a much deeper crater. We have powder all outside of here. What if we got bigger? Because we always love to go bigger around here. What if we were to, I hid this from you, so I apologize, but I'm going to let you do this. This is a baseball, and we're going to drop this. Let's try to get as high as we can with that. I'm going to step out of the picture here. So here we go. And 3, 2, and 1. And there we go. So we create, sorry, it's all over you. But we create this big burst everywhere. And you could imagine that if something like that during the time of the dinosaurs hit, it would create a very unsuitable atmosphere for the dinosaurs, leading to extinction and whatnot, but also giving us these cool features that we have here on Earth. Some of our lakes, some canyons were formed just from craters and meteors hitting the Earth and creating that landscape for us. So thank you, Draven, so much for joining us. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye. We'd like to thank the John Ralph Fund at the Community Foundation of Broward for sponsoring today's video. And if you liked what you saw, make sure you subscribe below.